our show. Tonight, along with Pete Matz and our terrific orchestra, we have Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, Tim Conway, and our special guest is a young lady who is a featured player in a marvelous musical, a chorus line. Miss Kay Cole is with us this evening. Let's turn up lights, see if y'all have anything to say. Any questions? Yes.
Hi. I'd like to know if your finger fits my class ring.
If my finger fits your class ring? Come on up, let's find out. I love it. That's a new one. That's what's your name?
Mark Joplin.
Mark. Now, what do we have to do here? Let's see. How old are you, Mark?
16.
16? And what grade are you in?
I'm a junior in high school.
Oh, junior. There you go. Thanks very much, Mark. Did you want to give me the ring? Are we engaged or something? Is that what this is all about, Mark?
I was just going to say you're my favorite person.
All right, you sweetheart. Thank you. Did you hear me? He says, except for Lucille Ball. Get out. I just got introduced. I just spotted some of the kids who are in a chorus line. Would you all stand up and just please take a bow? They're absolutely fantastic. You're all still in the show, right? Oh, so you're coming. Oh, we'll go fast for you because I know you have a curtain. If you haven't seen Chorus Line, please, steal, beg, borrow, whatever you can to go. It's one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. Yes.
Do you still get stage fright before you come out on stage?
Once in a while, and then when I do, my hair gets just like yours.
Once Upon a Mattress and in 6 Rooms Riverview.
Thank you.
And I was wondering if they were ever going to be run.
6 Rooms Review will be rerun this season. I'm not sure. CBS hasn't let us know what the date is, but it will be on this season. Thank you for asking. I don't know about Mattress. Yes.
Can you do Nora Desmond for me?
You want me to do Nora Desmond? Do you know that's too difficult for me to do because I need the drag. Do you know what that is? Drag? What's drag? Now, he said, yeah, I know what that is. What is drag? Do you know what drag is?
A cigarette.
A cigarette? No, a drag is like the outfit, the costume that she wears. When you say, get into your drag, honey. I mean, that's the gown that she wears. We gotta train these kids. Yes.
Tim Conway a kiss.
You want to give Tim Conway a kiss? Tim, we got a guy who wants to kiss you and a girl who wants a guy who wants to shake your hand and a girl who wants to kiss. You know, I don't think he's coming out because he's in costume for his first sketch and he doesn't want to spoil the...
What are you doing after the show? Well, how's it going with you? Nice talking to you.
With Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, and Tim Conway.
Why do we have to settle for a lousy 50 grand? What do you mean they haven't got it? What kind of a lawyer are you? They have a house and a car, don't they? Now, I can't talk anymore now. I'll have to get back to you. Where can I reach for later, Artie? Yeah? All right. I'll get back to you later. Just a minute. Be right with you. One moment. Come in.
Are you Mr. Carey?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor man. I just got up the courage to come over here to see you. I'm Mrs. Bender. Nancy Bender. Yes, Nancy Bender. I'm the one who... And I just thought that I had to come over and tell you right to your face how sorry I am.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Bender. It could be worse. The doctor told me I'll probably be on my feet and hobbling beautifully in a few short years. What you got there, Mrs. Bender?
I thought maybe this would help a little bit. It's some chicken soup.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much. I don't have anybody to take care of me.
Nobody? You know, I never even got a $5 parking ticket. Oh, boy, did I hit the jackpot.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. I'm sorry about the lawsuit, but what would you do if you lost your livelihood?
Oh, you were a tennis pro?
Only part-time. I make my living as a flamenco dancer.
I deserve to lose my home and my car. I deserve it. I'll warm up your soup.
Thank you. Very nice lady, Mrs. Bender. I'm really sorry that it happened to be you that backed over me in that parking lot.
You know, I'll never understand why I didn't see you or even feel you when I backed over you and squashed you.
Well, I'm really very sorry about this. You know, I just called my lawyer a few minutes ago and I said, Arthur, why do we have to be suing him for so much? He said, well, considering all the operations you're going to have in the plastic surgery, I mean, I think we ought to get another $10,000. I said, no, Arthur.
No, he's absolutely right. You deserve everything you can get out of us. You really do. Extra $10,000. We could sell our little home out by the lake, our little vacation place, but it's all right. It's all right because you deserve everything. Let me call my husband, and I'll tell him not to fight this lawsuit anymore. Where's your phone,
It's
Mr.
over
Carey?
there. It's over there.
All right. Did you say that you just phoned your lawyer? You talked to him over the phone a few minutes ago?
Yeah. I said, Arthur, we have to sue him for so much. He just wouldn't listen to me. He said, you're going to need the money. There's going to be doctor bills, medical bills, hospital bills. Very expensive. I don't have a heck of a lot of money myself, Mrs. Bender, but I can't really afford all these added extras.
I just remembered my husband won't be home for another hour. Oh, gee, Mr. Carey, you look so terribly uncomfortable.
Well, it's all right.
Maybe a pillow would help. Catch! I'm sorry, I'll get it. Here, why don't you lift up your leg and I'll put this under.
I only wish I could.
Oh, that's right. Well, let me help you. There. Does that feel better?
It doesn't feel anything. I'm paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what it says in the lawsuit, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I'm not feeling too well now, Mrs. Bender. I think it might be a good idea if you left.
Oh, no. You know, my grandmother used to have a wonderful remedy for me when I was a little girl. Every time my foot went to sleep.
Yeah?
Oh, yes, it was absolutely fantastic. It was a way to bring the circulation back. Never failed, and I bet that's what you need.
What do you got in mind?
Oh, well, no, it's just a little thing she used to say to me. She would say, now, just close your eyes and say to yourself, I can feel, I can feel, I can feel.
Yes, please, see, I can't feel.
Oh, well, now, you want me to help you, don't you, Mr.
Well,
Carey?
yeah, sure.
Okay, well, just close your eyes
Close
and
my eyes.
say, I can feel.
I feel.
I can feel. Yes, you feel. Just say that. I can feel. Do you feel that?
Don't feel a thing.
Are you sure?
But I just thought of the funniest joke. It's so funny, I can't stop laughing. Mrs. Bender, I think it's quite obvious that you think I'm faking. And I can understand this is costing you a lot of money, but I must assure you that I really am a very sick man, and I think it would be a good idea if you left now and stopped acting like a crazy woman.
Did you call me crazy? Don't you ever call me crazy again.
No, all I meant was that the pain is really getting in.
You know, it's a lucky thing for you that I came today. Still thinking of that joke?
Yeah.
I am no stranger to pain. You see, when my mother was in a lot of pain, I put her out of her misery. And then my father was in a lot of pain, too, and I put him out of his misery. And now you're in a lot of pain. I'll get your soup.
No, you don't have to bother with the soup, Mrs. Bender.
Oh, it's no bother. It won't bother me a bit. Here, now just take a spoonful of this, and you'll be a new man before you can count to 10.
I don't want to be a new man. I like who I am.
Why, do you think there's something wrong with
I
it?
just don't like the odds. Why don't you drink some first?
Me?
Yes.
All right, what have I got to lose? I lost my husband and my home. All my money is gone. You'll get custody of the children. All right.
Mrs. Bender. Come on, I know you're faking. Come on, get up, get off the phone, get out of here. Mrs. Bender? Nancy! My God, what if she was crazy? All I need is a corpse around here. Nancy! Get up! No, wait, keep away from that! Keep away from me! Keep away from me! Keep away from me! Oh, my neck! Oh, my leg!
Oh, my God. One of the greatest shows on Broadway and around the country is a musical called A Chorus Line, and I saw it twice, and I want to see it again. There's a wonderful young lady that we saw in it, and we're very happy that she's with us tonight as our special guest, Miss Kay Cole. It'd be nice if all of us were out here, you know, because I know how, you know, this is your first television show and everything, and, you know, no matter how many live performances you can do on stage, it's still very frightening when you have to face those cameras for the first time, right, gang?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
some of those cameramen are frightening, too.
Yeah. We thought it'd be nice if we were out here to kind of reassure you, you know, give you some moral support.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I think that's great. Aren't they nice?
Excuse me, Kay, that was very nice. You got a nice response and everything, but you really shouldn't talk to the studio audience. You should talk right to the camera. You see, this is an electronic thing. I understand the problem, though. You see, I, too, for many years starred in the legitimate theater.
You see, Kay, little tips like that, you know, even if they come from Harvey, could help.
Little tips. I think that's very important what I just told her.
Well, I didn't mean to insult
Get
her.
right into that intimate electronic thing. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous
He's
fortune.
going on with jump
What is
like this,
nobler in
which
the
nobody
mind?
would.
Oh, come on now. I'm being
No, you have to be. Actually, television is a visual medium. You see, that's why I'm so visual, and that's what made me the funniest man in the universe. So, actually, what you should do here is kind of maybe have a pie in the face or run into a wall. You have something that you might trip over, a rope, or perhaps something that...
Well, there are not many places where I can do things like that myself.
Oh, they stuck you with a ballad, huh?
Don't pay any attention to him. You don't have to sacrifice your dignity. See, I never sacrificed my dignity to be a performer. You can still be right.
Harvey,
What?
maybe we should just leave this alone and discuss this some other time.
This is
You know,
serious stuff, Carol.
I know it is serious, but I mean, you know, Kay, you're getting her all confused. She doesn't know who to listen to.
No, it's okay. I'm just going to be myself.
Oh, that's a
See,
very...
that's the best idea you've had so far. Just be yourself. When people come up to me and they say, what is the real Vicki Lawrence like? I say, Dad, I am myself. And Lord knows it's made me a superstar.
I've seen you work, I've seen you perform, and you have nothing to worry about. Just do the number the way you rehearsed it. You're going to be fine.
Okay. Thanks, Karen.
Oh, but if you do get a little nervous, why don't you do what I do sometimes and just ask for the house lights to be turned up, and then you can talk to the audience. And see,
I can't do that.
It would relax you. It's a tremendous relaxation. Sure, and you can, you know, if you want to cross your eyes. I'm just trying to help her. She's my guest.
We help her tonight. Come on, Carol. We just gotta confuse her.
I just want it.
Come on, Carol.
Kay Cole.
We walk on every city street. We walk in lanes with branches doubt and fear. And so we go from year to year, believing in each other as we do. Bravely marching forward, two by two. Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the sky. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on and on and But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on and on and on.
Stay tuned for the second half of the Carol Burnett Show. And now back to the second half of the Carol Burnett Show.
Ed, are you sure this is the right place? Lord, I hope not.
You knock it off, you two.
Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief. Wait. You're out there, Chief. I say, Chief.
Ah, Mickey, how are you, buddy?
Oh, say, Thanks, boy. You got here and everything.
Yes, sir, here we are.
Gosh, you got here. Well,
Happy anniversary to you, my boy, and here is a token of my esteem.
oh, gosh, Chief, look at that. Hey, golly. Well, gee, you didn't have to do that. Oh, golly, I already laid in a couple of bottles of Ripple.
That's all right. You can save it for your next wing ding.
Next week, day.
Sure.
Don't know when that's going to be. I ain't never had anybody over here.
Oh,
before.
you'll find some use for it, Vic.
Oh, gosh, boy, you can't.
5 years.
There you go. Gosh, golly. Good to see you. Oh, gosh, Eunice, come on, Eunice.
Well, thank you.
Mother Harbor, come on in.
Thank you, Mickey. For a minute there, I thought she was going to leave Mama and me out there in the hall to have a party.
You folks don't know how happy I am to be entertaining you all at last.
You don't know how happy I am to see where you live.
I wouldn't have missed seeing it for the world.
Thank you, Mother Harbor.
Don't you shout at me, I ain't deaf.
Oh, now look at... Oh, heck, Mickey, you character, you. Hey, you just look. We got our own welcome sign like at a convention.
Yeah, see right there. That's our 5th anniversary of the very day that I started to work for the chief here.
Yes, I know, Mickey, I know. Ed's been so excited about it, it's a wonder he hadn't called up the TV station and asked him to come over here and televise the great event. None of our wedding anniversaries ever got him this hopped up.
Well, I'll tell you people something. 5 years ago, this very day, my life was changed. It was better.
I know. It was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me, Mick.
Oh, really? The luckiest? Even luckier than getting married, Ed, or having 2 wonderful boys? Well, I guess we all count our blessings in different ways.
You know what I meant, Eunice. I meant hardware-wise.
Oh, hardware-wise.
Well, Mick, I'll never forget the first day we was on the job. Remember, you were sorting out the sandpaper box?
Right.
And you sold 2 sheets of heavy and 6 sheets of extra fine to Harold Trapp, remember?
That's right. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. And I remember on the second day, then I had that bag. I think it was assorted washers.
Yeah.
Assorted washers. And then Joe the barber came in. And
Right.
I sold them to him.
I remember. Joe said, where'd you
You
get that?
two are going to go through the entire 5 years. Do you mind if I sit down?
God, well, where are my manners, for crying out loud? What's wrong with me? Well, and just enjoy my living room.
Where is it?
Where is it? Harley. This is it. This is my living room right in here. This is it. All of it's living room. Well, this is the dining room. That's the dining room area there. That's I got no. Well, that thing right there, Eunice is sitting on. That's my bedroom. Yeah. I'll show you the whole house. Cry out loud, I've got you here. Here, there's my kitchen. You never know it was there. Put them drapes in there like that. Here's my office. Here's my office right here. Sometimes I'll just stand in my office. I got all got. Here's a closet. Got a closet in here. Put that like that. Closet. Yeah. Here's a library. Here's my library right here. Right there. You know, sometimes I can go from my kitchen to my library without ever taking a step.
Well, it's real cozy, Mickey. I don't believe I've seen anything this cozy since I visited my Aunt Elizabeth in her trailer.
Yeah, gosh, well, sit down for crying out loud. Where's my manners? I'm not used to having people over. Just right here, this will be good for your back.
There ain't nothing wrong with my back.
There you are.
Well, there weren't nothing wrong with my back. Maybe I better get a different chair that's liable to cut off the circulation.
Ed, will you quit eating for a minute and help Mama out of the chair?
Oh, okay, Mom.
There you go.
Maybe I was right, Mick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah!
Oh, mercy.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Oh, she's too big to get out of there. Wait a minute, now hold it. Wait a minute. We had this problem about a week ago with my landlord. Now, don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. I'll tell you what, I think the best thing to do here is to dump her on the chair and just lift it right off her. Right. We're going to dump you, Mother Harbor. Put your hands out in front of you and break the fall.
Be careful.
2, 3, go. There you go.
Get up.
My darn chair, I tell you, yeah.
Hey, maybe I could use me a beer.
Oh, hey, that sounds good. I want a beer, too.
Think I'll have one too, Mick. I'll give you here.
Make it cold. I want a cold one.
Well, just how many beers does that make for you today, Eunice?
Are you really choosing this time and place to bring that up, Mama?
Well, Millie Simpkins started out with 4 or 5 beers a day, and look at her now.
Mama, did I or did I not just now hear you order a beer for yourself?
I drink in moderation.
Starting at 10 in the morning.
I hope you don't mind all this kidding around, Mickey.
Oh, are you apologizing for us, Ed?
Oh, why would you have to apologize? I love it. I do. I love it. This horsing around you folks are doing like that. That's what families are all about. Right? Yeah, I just love it. I just do. I really do. You know, I never had a family. Oh, I had a crabby old aunt that took care of me, and I wasn't like family like you guys have here. She busted up my very best flute. I was real little and tore up my kite and everything, and I just ran away from her when I was 14, so I don't have much of a family.
I'll just take mine straight out of the can, thank you. I'm just folks.
So I can't tell you what it's like to have you folks over here, really. What it's like having a brother and a sister and mother.
Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Mickey. Now, I think it's wonderful that Ed has a social relationship with his employee, but I don't think you quite know me well enough to be calling me Mother Harper the way you do.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, you have a point there. I never thought of that. Why don't I just call you Thelma? You can call me anything you want.
Well, you can count on that.
I got some dip. Want some dip? Yeah, come on over here
Let's
and
dig
enjoy
into
that
that.
dip.
I had some before, Mick. It's
There you
good.
go, sure. Clams and onions. They're good.
Look.
That's what I call darn good dip. Mother, you're not having any.
Well, I think I'll just save room for my dinner, thank you, Ed. I'm sure it will be delicious.
Oh, will. Yeah, sure it will. It's Chinese food.
Oh.
Yeah, I ordered it from Kim's down the street.
Right.
Right. Well, why don't I just run down and get it?
Yeah, good idea. Want me to help you?
No, that's all right. You folks stay right here and enjoy yourselves. Just talk and I'll be back. Yeah. If anybody wants to freshen up, the bathroom is right in there. It's all clean and everything, all neat. I got a real good deal on tidy bowls, so I
Thank the Lord, at least the bathroom's a separate room.
What have you got me into here?
Don't start on me, Mama. Do not start. Do not start. I am trying to hang on to my poise with every fiber of my being, so don't start.
But just look at me. I'm all dressed up to come over here and sit in this rat trap. Shouldn't even come into this neighborhood without a police escort. Hell, there's every color of the rainbow living on this block.
I hope you don't think that my idea of a whole night out on the town is spending it in this dump watching Ed and Mickey Hart make cow eyes at each other. But since I am being gracious enough to go along with it, why can't you do the same?
Well, I never expected anything like this. I thought your place was a disaster
What the
area.
hell is that?
Now listen to me, you two. If I had my way, neither one of you would be here. But Mickey had his heart set on it. So as long as we are here, we are going to have a pleasant evening. Did you hear? A pleasant evening. Now taste this dip.
You stop pushing that gunk in my face. God only knows where that man's hands have been, and there's no telling what's growing in them glasses you two are drinking out of.
Now look, I am not going to spend another evening watching Mickey Hart on the pen.
You just listen, Mama, listen to how he is leaping to Dumbo's defense. And yet, just last week, when our son was thrown out of the Piggly Wiggly store, you just stood there and smiled at the manager and you didn't do nothing.
Well, Bubba was ripping open rice-a-roni boxes.
So what? My Bubba happens to be a high-strung boy. And this Mickey Hart is just ruining your business.
He is not. He's a valuable assistant. He brings in lots of business.
Lots of business? And how come we can't even make ends meet, huh? How come you cut $5 out of my food budget a week, huh?
It's a slow season, Eunice. I mean, construction is down 95% across the whole nation. You can't blame that on Mickey Hart.
Mickey Hart is slow.
Oh.
He's stupid. He's dumb. Can't make change. Scares people out of the store every time they come in. Whenever he says, "May I help you?" they think he's gonna mug them or do something peculiar to them.
That's a pack of dirty lies.
Mary Beth Pickens told me that she would not come into your store again on account of that fool leaped over the counter and just leered at her.
Yeah, he ain't right in the head. I said that from the first time I saw him.
What the hell you doing snooping around his closet?
Well, when people come over to my house, they can look anywhere they want. I got nothing to be ashamed of.
Mickey's got nothing to be ashamed of either.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. After all, the man never did get married. Lord knows what he does at night.
Would you look at this? He doesn't even take the trouble to hide his smut.
National Geographic's are smart. They're educational.
Don't you tell me. You should have seen later her daddy used to paw through these things looking at women that were naked with paint smeared all over their face or a weird tattoo, and then when I'd catch him at it, he'd tell me he was reading about a bunch of kangaroos or some damn thing.
I got her. I got her right here. Oh, that's fine, Mick. Oh.
It's this
Smell that Chinese food.
I am hungry.
That's all right. Don't worry. Rug's clean. That's all right. Don't worry. There you go. Right. You know that Kim down there or something, I'll tell you. Gosh, he's cashier down there.
Yeah.
You know what he says to me? He says, Mickey, boy, you very hungry tonight.
Belly hungry.
I says, oh, it ain't me. No, sir, I got company over. He says, you got company? He says, you got company? The Lone Ranger?
He's a Lone Ranger, kid. That's where them folks talk.
Well, oh. I hope you like Chinese food, Thelma.
Only had it once. Couldn't make head nor tail of it.
Looky here, you got the almond vegetables and egg rolls and barbecued ribs. Ain't you just a little bit extravagant, Mickey?
Oh, no, it only cost me about $20.
Mother, how's about some this vegetables here?
I've never seen any vegetables like that. Just give me a little tiny dab. Lord only knows what's in there.
Oh, you don't need to worry about those. No, sir, those are great. Sir, I don't know. I eat down there almost every night.
You do?
Sure.
Boy, as much as I love Chinese food, seems we never can quite afford to go out to a Chinese restaurant.
Well, I'll tell you something. You couldn't pay me to go into one. My Aunt Frances had a friend once, went into a Chinese restaurant, and never come back out.
What happened to her?
How the hell do I know? They probably drugged her or took her off in a boat or something.
Wow. I'm gonna help myself to another beer, Mick.
Right, Chief. Right.
Well, this looks pretty tasty. Why don't you ever serve dinners like this, Eunice?
Mama, just the last time that you were over at my house, I spent the whole day fixing up meatballs and spaghetti just for you.
And meatballs are pretty dry, as I recall.
Well, if they was dry, it was because I had to add a lot of bread to them so I could stretch $1 worth of ground chuck to feed us all.
Bless this food and these people who are here. Amen.
Amen.
Besides, my food budget doesn't allow me luxury going out and spending $20 on one meal at Tim What's-His-Name's.
Oh, gosh. What's a raise for if you can't spend it on people that you care for?
What?
A raise? Yeah. Oh, that's all right, Chief. Gosh. I'd work for you for nothing if I had to. It's, yeah. Yeah, you can imagine how surprised I was when the Chief laid an extra $5 a week on me.
Well, I guess Ed just doesn't like to brag about his generosity because he sure never mentioned that raise to me.
Well, you know what happens when I talk about the business units, it just bores you.
Oh, well, thank you for thinking of me like that. Very thoughtful. It's also very thoughtful of you to lay an extra $5 on Mickey Hart here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here enjoying this lovely Chinese dinner that's so expensive, would I? But then why should I be used to such things? Because I am so ingenious at stretching lard and sawdust on the lousy 2 bits a week you give me to feed our boys and your big fat belly.
Will you simmer down, Eunice? You're giving me indigestion.
You damn bad about your indigestion, old lady. You don't have Are you married to a man that takes the bread out of his family's mouth and gives it to his stooge?
Well, I told you you's gonna come to grief if you married him, but you never have listened to me.
What choice did I have? Living with you was a living hell.
Oh, really? That's so, Missy. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't come over to this godforsaken part of the city to sit here in this pigsty and be abused.
Want to try the pea pot?
You just shut up! You sawed-off little weirdo! You all can finish this Chinese mishmash without me. I'm gonna take a bus on that is provided I'm not mugged the minute I step out into the sidewalk.
Mama, you come back here. You can't take a bus from here. Mama, you stay right there. You just stay right there. Come on, man. Come on. We're gonna drive Mama home. The party is over. Don't you move.
Eunice, here are the keys. I'll grab a taxi later.
Oh, sure. That's all I need now is for you to throw away more money on account of this twerp. And now you want to waste taxi fares so the two of you can just sit around here and talk about sex while Mama and me are out riding in the streets alone? Ever since you hired him, I have kept my feelings to myself, but no more, mister. From now on, you got to make a decision. It is either Mickey Hart or me.
Eunice, We came over here for a celebration tonight. And by all that's holy, we are going to celebrate. So drive carefully.
Wait up, Mama, damn it!
Hey, Chief. Chow main's getting cold.
Yeah, let's get to it. Hey, where's some of those bean pies? I want some of that. Oh, here's egg roll.
At least my sons are gonna have a good meal.
Well, Mick, here's to another great 5 years.
Maybe I should have saved those leftover dreams. Funny, but here's that rainy day. Here's that rainy day they told me about. And I laughed at the thought that it might turn out this way. Where is that worn-out wish that I threw aside after it brought my lover near? Funny how love becomes a cold, rainy day. Funny that rainy day.
Sometimes I think it's hanging down on me. These clouds stick to the sky like floating questions why, and they linger there to die. They don't know where they're going, and my friend neither do I. Cloudy, cloudy,
Cloudy, soon it's gonna rain. I can't see it. Soon it's gonna rain. I can't tell. Soon it's gonna rain. What am I gonna do?
rain on the roof. I love the patter of the rain on the roof. The pitter-patter of the rain on the roof makes me wanna breathe.
I get the blues when it rains.
Rain on the roof. Just hear the clatter of the rain on the roof. It doesn't matter 'cause the rain on the roof makes me wanna breathe.
I get the blues when it rains. Blues I can't lose when it rains.
Rain, it's so cozy in the rain. There's no reason to complain if I'm with you. Just hold my hand and then kiss 10 to 1.
may not be long before there's a knocking at my door, and you'll know the one I love walking. When the sun comes funny, that rainy day is here.
I would like to thank this young lady for being with us. We saw her in chorus line, and I never heard such a big voice come out of such a little person. And she's been a joy to work with all week. And we're very happy that she's been on our show.
Thank
first.
you. Thank you.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Good night. Thank you.
Preceding program was recorded before a live audience. This is your announcer speaking.